Hey, I just wanted to get some thoughts out about the series finale of Game of Thrones, which just came on last night. Because a lot of people had been, like, oh, what do you think about it? What do you think about it? And, that's kind of what I think about it. Well, first, let me tell y'all my credentials. I've been watching Game of Thrones since 2011, season 1, episode 4. The fourth episode had just came on, and I watched all of them like in a row. It was like the Monday after, because I didn't have class that Monday. I don't know what was going on in 2011. But so since 2011, since episode 4, I've been watching live. At the end of season 1, I then bought the books, right? And I read the books. I read one at the end of each season, so that the TV show was basically like my lead in, but then I would know the background information from the books. So that's how I did. I just want to let you know my credentials. I am a book reader, but I started from the show. So, and we're talking about the show. But boom. All right. So leading us into tonight's episode, last night's episode, and yikes, it was really bad. Like, it just really wasn't good. Like, okay, so I guess we could start with the beginning. That's a nice place to start, right? So Tyrion, he's walking around, right, in the ruins of what Dany did the week prior, blowing up King's Landing with her dragon. And I just felt like, oh, wow, this is really unnecessary. Like, the whole first episode of the season where, nothing really happened, I was like, wow, this is really unnecessary. We only have, an hour left to go over everything. Then he finds Cersei and Jaime Lannister. And who wanted to see that? Artists, who wanted to see that? And everybody's like, oh, it's fan service. But what fan wanted to see that? I don't know anybody who did. But then, okay, so moving onward from that, then Tyrion gets into his head that Dany must die. And for the life of me, I just can't understand where this is coming from. Because remember, Tyrion ran over at the behest of Varys to find Dany with her dragons, knowing at the time she had Unsullied, knowing at the time she had the Dothraki. So why now that she actually does what she came here to do, to fight in a war that his sister caused, that it was so problematic? I really just don't get it. And then additionally, Tyrion as hand had a job to help her win the war, which he never did, one time. From the horrible choice to, find the white beyond the wall and then bring it to show Cersei, which made no sense at all. And then just everything he did, did not help her win the war. So as to why he can be that mad that she had to step up and essentially do his job, I don't really get it. Yeah, I don't really get it. I kind of had John's opinion. I was like, this is what y'all liked her for, right? Fire and blood. Those were always her words. I don't get it. She needed to win. You weren't helping her. She was clearly losing. I mean, she lost half her allies. Remember, in season 7, episode 2, when they were in the war room on Dragonstone, it was her, Lady Olenna, Tyrion, the Sand Snakes, and I think Yara was there, Yara Greyjoy, and and they were all talking about what should they do. And then Lady Olenna was like, you're a dragon, be a dragon, use your dragon and kill Cersei. And Tyrion was adamantly against that. Instead, he decided to have the Sand Snakes sail down to Dorne to pick up whoever. The plan didn't work though, because Euron Greyjoy killed them all. So, I mean, from the beginning, Tyrion has been failing. So, as to how he's still alive, and if Dany is a tyrant, are we supposed to bypass the fact that she kept Tyrion alive? Because Tyrion was so fit for death. Tyrion was fit for death before Varys was fit for death, if you ask me. And then if Dany is a tyrant, the way Arya said that she was, why did she keep Jon alive? Because she let Jon come up to her. So that doesn't make sense. If she was Cersei level, or they had her look like she was Hitler, y'all. But if she was really on that level, why would she even allow for something like that to happen? Doesn't make sense. I was so distraught. And then leading up to, this scene when they're in the throne room and Jon off screen So this is the second queen that's dying off screen. Because remember, Cersei died, just the walls caved in, and that was the end of it. And now we have a second queen being killed through a knife that we don't get to see. I guess Jon, who's never done anything like this before, just does it now. Sure, whatever. It's cool. Somehow there's blood coming out of her mouth. Was the sword that big? Okay, yeah, sure, whatever, fine. So she dies, right? And I'm thinking like, damn, that's crazy. It wasn't that crazy. I kind of saw it coming. I feel like a lot of people saw that coming after they turned her into Hitler. When she was burning the kids, that's not funny. That's not funny at all. But that's what they did though. So, yeah, I pretty much saw it coming. And then up comes, her dragon, the final dragon, Drogon. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shoot. Jon Snow about to die, right? So, Jon Snow and the dragon, they looking face to face, and he's doing and he opens his mouth, and the fire comes out, and like he burns the chair, as if he wouldn't know that the chair was bad. And is the chair bad? And how could he blow up a whole building with essentially no problem, right? Remember when he was like blowing down all of King's Landing? Like that's like cement and like brick and like hard, rock. And the throne was a problem. It took him like 2 times or like 2.5 times to do it. So I was just a little bit confused about the properties of Dragonfire, the physical property. I keep on thinking, this is a myth. Clearly it's fiction. It's Dragonfire. There is no defined physical properties. So I'm doing too much. We'll just fast forward to the end because I really didn't give a damn about anything else after that. But at the end, how did Bran become king, y'all? That didn't make no sense. To me. Did it make sense to y'all? Can somebody like explain to me? Cause somebody said they saw it coming, right? But yeah, that was just completely out of left field for me. It just doesn't even make sense. The whole series has been about the political maneuverings and who's gonna get it. And Bran is like literally the one character who has never had to politically maneuver himself in any way because they've given him essentially nothing to do essential to the main plot that he finds himself in, because he was essential to the plot with the Night King, who died randomly on the 3rd episode. So it was just really random to me. I didn't like it. And then on top of that, if he's the Third Eye Raven and he knew all this stuff was going to happen, doesn't that make him insidious or more insidious than what they're passing off? Because he knew what Dany was about to do with the dragons then, if he could see the future, right? So he knew that was going to happen. And he knew all of... I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't get why Grey Worm, who was firmly in control of the situation at King's Landing, would allow for them to choose a king and he not have a say in it. And then he clearly didn't like it afterwards. So why would he, as a military man, who's supposed to be like one of the hardest mofos on the planet, allow for his voice not to be heard in that choice? That didn't make sense to me at all. Yeah, and then Sansa saying the North wants to be independent. I guess that one I saw coming, right? We all saw coming. But then why would Dorne not want to be independent? Why would the Iron Islands not want to be independent? Like, Yara has no allegiance whatsoever to Bran. Why is that not something she wants for herself? And Dorne is technically already by itself anyway, because there's like, the steps of Dorne or whatever that blocks everything off. So that down at the tip, the southernmost tip. So why would all the other nations not want to be independent? It seems to me like that started more problems than it gained. Yeah, I just didn't get it all the way around. But if I had to say a pro, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. But if I had to say some cons, I could tell you the cons. One, the Sansa becoming Queen of the North. Okay, I guess that was cool. Arya becoming a colonizer. That kind of turned me off a little bit, not gonna lie, because, I'm black. I I'm black. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell that was. What's west of Westeros? Are we assuming it's supposed to be like America, and she's like Christopher Columbus? I don't. I, I just didn't really know what to take from that. It was upsetting my soul and my spirit, but the whole hour and some change upsetted my soul and my spirit. So that really frustrated me, actually, turning Arya into a colonizer, because before that I thought she was pretty cool. And yeah, I remember when Arya said Dany was like a killer and she could tell. I'm just like, huh. Jon Stark is a killer though. I remember when he killed that little boy who tried to kill him, who did kill him, and then he was brought back to life by Melisandre. So Jon Snow is a killer as well. Did you get that? Did you get that same vibe? Sansa is a killer as well. Remember when Sansa killed her husband, the man she was legally married to? I mean, yeah, he was evil and did rape her, but I mean, to be honest, they're all killers. I just don't like that Danny got played like that. It was kind of insulting. And I was on my friend's page, and I was going to leave like a long message, and I was just like, damn, I need to just do a video to really voice all my concerns. So that's really how this came about. So ending thoughts. Yeah, this was weak. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of disappointed, y'all, because as I said before, I've been watching since 2011. And here we are now, 2019. And yeah, I don't know. At the beginning, I was hoping for everybody to die. And I still think that that would have been a better move. A much better move. I would have been okay with just everybody dying. In fact, I feel like more people should have died. And Jon Snow, how the hell was Jon Snow allowed to live at the end of all this? I don't get it. I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm flustered. And then he leaves to go and beyond the wall with Tormund? Huh? Huh? I don't know. I don't get it. But overall, I give it an F. I give the whole season an F. Yeah, my favorite moment. Oh, my favorite moment. When Dany comes out and gives her Hitler speech, because it was like a Hitler speech or whatever, and like the dragon wings are behind her and it looks like she's the dragon. I like that. That was cool. That would be my favorite moment. My least favorite moment is, again, the whole season. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, I didn't really enjoy it, but I hope y'all enjoyed it more than I did. And yeah, that was Game of Thrones. For the 20 people who I have watching Game of Thrones, because I said it was like the best show ever, I sincerely apologize. And yeah, just horrible.